It has come to my motherfucking goddamn gay attention that Wendy Williams as of yesterday, has dropped a preview documentary of something that is upcoming in her livelihood for us and our consumption. Thank God.
Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney.
Ask me no questions like I'm a child. Y'all want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a shit about what you're doing all the time.
I'll repeat. Wendy Williams is back with a documentary. I'm really excited about this. You guys know Wendy Williams is one of the hugest inspirations when it comes to the way that I broadcast myself. When I first went to college, I was confused as to what I was going to college for. And then I swiftly got into the broadcasting department after I saw the first 3 seasons of her show. She, in her radio style format, the unapologetic nature of who she is as a person was very inspiring to me. But when I saw her in Charlotte, North Carolina, she strolled right on past me looking like gargantuan. I was severely inspired by her transparency with her drug use. It takes a very brave person to do that. And I also empathized with her when she got with a husband that basically ran her up and down and cheated on her with the help child. So, I actually paid Wendy a tribute as well, just like I did Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, and Erykah Badu. And she blocked me on Twitter for it as well. But then comes around voguing after she saw us voguing to her theme song. So, that I've been in the game for a long time. They just ain't opened the door, so I had to open it up for ourselves. And yes, we successfully opened that door. Just like I hope this opens up doors for Wendy Williams to come back. I miss her. And I just find it to be very ironic that I be talking about how much I do miss her. I've even appointed somebody who was a client of mine as my Suzanne. Okay. And I don't know if this was intuitive of me to continuously be indicative of how I was longing for her presence, especially amidst the Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion tea that has developed. Do you know Wendy would have slayed this topic all week? All week. So I am kind of longing to see kind of what she does. I will say this, in the I'm looking at the clip over here as we speak, and it should be playing as I edit this video. But the post-production clip of her confessional, she looks really good. She looks like a woman who's gone through some things. She still ain't got no ass and all the titties in the motherfucking land, bitch. And, but I love the jacket. I love the hair. The hair is lighter. She's pulling a Beyonce. The girls are not going blonde anymore. They're going white. And I think that's cute. I don't know. Like, Wendy has always been the girl that I love to hate, but I always watch and consider her like the aunt that always gets me together and gathers me on the back end there. We haven't seen a lot of her, ever since Sherry Shepherd took over her entire staff and rehired them, which was actually a good thing. I don't feel like that's no shade, because when Wendy was incapable of doing her job because of some health concerns, you got a staff of people that have to make money. So the fact that the network was able to give them a job right after the health concerns that ensued with you, that was actually a good thing. There's like 80-something people that require you to be there, right? So when you got that weight on your shoulders, plus the glaucoma, plus Kevin, plus baby Kevin Jr., plus Wendy, I just want to know how your show is going to go. So let's read it right now. Spirit, is it okay to read this? Yes. It says I can read it, but we might be surprised at what we find. Okay, how is this show gonna go for Aunt Wendy?
Who Who are you talking to?
To you, Whitney.
Ask me no questions like I'm a child. Y'all want to know what I'm doing all the time. I don't give a shit about what you're doing all the time. You are so nosy, man. You don't even know what I do. Like you said, you never met me. You don't know.
This is not good. This is saying that the powers that be or her team or her camp are exploiting her for money, when really and truly I feel like she is in lapse of the help that she really needs. Okay, this is not good. Okay, the Carmen card did show up in second position, which is indicative of her owing somebody something, okay? So I feel like this could be a money grab on behalf of her. Well, I'm assured that it is because Bully Bootz shows up upright and there's a bag literally on that card.
Insufficient funds.
What Wendy does miss, though, is being in the spotlight. The Bootz Levinson tarot card shows up upright, so she really don't care if she's broadcasted in a negative or positive light. She just really misses expressing herself in that way. And I feel like the powers that be or her team or her camp are exploiting that to make money. This is also talking about an extraneous amount of debt over here. So I do feel like this is one of the situations where I need to sit my ass down on my lymphedema machine, but I can't sit my ass down on my lymphedema machine because who else gonna take care of everything we gotta do? I mean, and as this continuously plays in the background, I'm getting different cues. Like I could tell that she does not want to be broadcasted in a bad light, but I feel like she has accepted the fact that she has been broadcasted in a bad light, and she's just gonna get her entertainment fix regardless. I will say that last look is cute as fuck though. That last look is cute as fuck. It's cute as fuck. It says that this might not be, I mean, it's good for business, not great for business, but it's good for business. But on the back end there, this might actually send Wendy into a spiral. She is not in control of the production of it. She's not in control. She's just showing up for work as a puppet and really just broadcasting herself, which is giving her somewhat of a fix. But keep in mind, the last two documentaries that Wendy Williams came out with on Lifetime, she produced it. She was in control of her own narrative. So I feel like when that power is taken away from her on the back end, that might send her. That might send her. How are you right now, Wind? She feels bound. She feels trapped. I mean, look at you, Moon, on my back right here. She feels like, I mean, think about how you would feel if you was my cat on my back right here and you ain't got no control over where you going and what you're doing. Even you, Moon, shows up in reverse. So as you can see, you, Moon, typically represents optimism upright. This is, I do not feel good right now. It's a pessimistic vibration and a trapped vibration as well. Will any details about how you're feeling about this be exposed? Yes, but it's not going to be by means of like national news. We're going to have to pay attention to a Twitter blog or Instagram post, something like that. Her opinion is going to be out there based upon what is really going on behind the scenes. So this to me feels like one of the pieces that are going to be dropped to be talked about after the fact, and is going to provoke the person that the piece is about. It almost gives me a vibration of like when they do like these Aaliyah biopics and shit like that without the family's consent. That's what it's giving me. But I said this before and I say this again. The second card that was pulled on you, Wendy, was Carmen, okay? And as much as you delve in the demonic realm of theme, okay? Theme is a deity that I'm evoking. It is the only deity that I have found in reference to gossip and hearsay. But it is a demonic force. You have to atone for that. Whether it's this life or the next. And I feel like we started to see your atonement firsthand. But that doesn't mean you're not talented. That doesn't mean that you're not missed. Is there a way we can change this for her? Yamela is upright. We're not close enough. This has to be somebody close to her. And I feel like the people that are close to her, they want to benefit. the people that are close to her are putting her in a situation. You know, from somebody that you've inspired, Wendy, I'm always going to look up to regardless. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel like your audience is going to misinterpret anything that the powers that be put out there about you. You have a special place in my heart. But if you walk past me again like a motherfucking elephant when I'm trying to say hey to you, when you walking into a goddamn strip mall trying to promote your damn talk show on the road type shit, we going to have a motherfucking problem, bitch.
But now it's the problem.
But I miss you.